So you've all come to learn by now, Tahoe holds a very special place in McKenzie's heart. It's where she grew up. It's her favorite ski mountain, but it's also played an important backdrop for her and Teddy's relationship. In fact, we first got to know Teddy not as Mackenzie's significant other, but as Cooper's colleague and friend, who would join us for an occasional Friends Weekend up here in Tahoe. A few weeks later, McKenzie informed me that she was going to join Coop and Teddy for a road trip down to Mammoth for a ski weekend. If you've ever spent time with Coop and Teddy one-on-one, their energy level is up to here, and their lingo is very hard to keep up with. But keep up McKenzie did, and I specifically recall when you came home, there was a plop of your duffel bag at the front door, and you said, "Oh God, Jen, I have a huge crush on Teddy and it's not good."
Sometime in the winter of 2015, I realized that I was lucky enough to have found the one meant for me. We were getting ready to leave Lake Tahoe, but instead of packing up, you were standing outside, facing skyward, with your arms stretched out, sucking up every last minute in the falling snow. To me, that moment represents your amazing ability to never take the moments, people, and places that you love for granted.
Teddy, you are, without a doubt, the most genuinely enthusiastic person I've ever been lucky enough to know. Your positive spirit is infectious. Because of you, I smile more and I live life more passionately.
Mac, we want you to know how grateful we are that our brother has found you and got to marry you today. We've been waiting for this day since Teddy first told us about you. It was clear that you were completely different from any girl he'd met before, that you were special, and that you were the perfect match for Teddy.
I remember being in a text message chain with the two of them that was always going off, and I had very little to contribute. So it was somewhere around this point when my beautiful girlfriend Amy said, "You know, I think Teddy might have a thing for Mac." A few months later, Teddy told me he was going to ask my sister on a date. A few years later, he told me he was going to ask her to marry him. Teddy, I could not picture a better person to be marrying my sister. Thank you for always treating her the way she deserves. I have no doubt you'll continue to do so for the rest of our lives.
In honor of her mom, McKenzie and Teddy would like to share a letter from Nancy that she wrote a couple of months before passing away. You're on your way for great adventures. Be safe, be happy, but above all, be filled with glee. For in the long run, life is quite short. So while you have it, use it to the limit. Get it all in. Whatever you can fit into the moment, for that particular moment will never repeat itself in that exact way.
I hear a train, or I hear a lot of dress. I hear a lot of dress. Wow.
Homeschooling for Mac, she got to do a lot of things that most kids don't do, but her favorites were, I think, painting and writing. And I probably should have brought it so you could see it, but it's a big, because I can't describe it as well as she can paint it, but it's a big watercolor. And it starts with these concentric circles on the outside, and they kind of work their way into the middle. And the middle is a big gold medallion. So I asked Mac, I said, explain this thing to me. So he said, well, you know, these outer circles are all when I was skiing with you and the family, and then skiing with my friends, then skiing on the ski team. And the big middle is when I won the gold medal in the Olympics. Well, Mac, as I see it, the gold you won was Teddy. And that's worth a whole lot more than Olympic gold medal.
I promise to join you in seeking out the moments that make life special and never take them for granted. I promise to always be honest with you, I promise to grow closer to you, even as time changes us. I promise to always have you as my friend on powder days. And I promise to call your heart my home, no matter where life takes us, and if we end up in Tahoe, or more likely Mammoth.
I promise to never forget that you made me the luckiest girl in the world when you asked me on a 5 a.m. sunrise hike. And I promise to always be thankful that I actually got out of bed and went with you that day, because that day changed my life. I am beyond stoked to spend the rest of my life with you. I will be thankful every moment of every day that you are my forever adventure partner, and I will love you always.
Pronounce you husband and wife. Now you can.